Hello, I'm back, I guess. So, after I put out my last video, I got a lot of views, like thousands even. I had 4 subscribers, so this was a big deal for me. Now I have like 150, so I just want to thank everybody for this, and I also want to tell you, you don't understand what is going on. So this video is a... Oh crap, how did I break those blocks? Anyway, this video is an explanation of a few things that were in the comments section, and also a sequel to the prison, a better one. So let's start with these first, the questions. So one of the many things that people said were just teleport out, like you can just teleport it. Yeah, I noticed. Trust me, I did it in the video. You saw me do it. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the new prison. Don't mind me. I'm just using it as a demonstration to show, yes, you can teleport out. Just do this. It's that easy. The point of the prison wasn't to contain someone with creative, like, no, not I mean, it was to contain someone in creative mode, not someone with commands. It's impossible to contain someone with commands. Come on. Another thing some people said was just use chorus fruit. And did you even watch the video? Like, I designed this. It covered it with water, so you can't coarse fruit out. You can eat as many coarse fruit as you want. It's not gonna help. Hey, hey. Another thing people suggested was just destroy them entirely. Build it with one block. Like, just you take this command block down here, this specific command block. See, it just teleports you to one place repeatedly. See, right? Check the always active box, and done. Now look, I'm stuck. But what the heck is the fun in this? It's just a giant... It's... I built it in one block. Would you be happier if I just didn't... If I just didn't build a prison at all? If I stuck someone in a 4x4 box of bedrock and said, hey, I made an inescapable prison. This is so much better than that giant thing over there. Come on. How do I get out of here? Alright. I did it. So, what else was there? Oh right, this video is invalid because it uses mods. Like, what? I mean, there's no standard for... It's not like there's this big competition with rules you have to do to... Rules you have to follow to build big prisons. Like, I just did this because it's cool. Does it really need to be in vanilla? It's just for fun. It's really a simple add-on. What else? Alright, there are only 2 other things. And, okay, so someone in the comments suggested trying to throw an ender pearl out, which, that should be normal, right? Like the ender pearl still goes through the portals, right? But, that's the problem. Ender pearls are stupid. If you spam enough of them, it can glitch out. I hate that. So yeah, ender pearls can be used to escape the portals, but I did fix this in the new design, so don't worry about that. Okay, the last question comes from a person with the world's greatest name, Amanda Geistwhite. So Amanda asked why someone would go into the prison in the first place. Like, you know it's inescapable. Well, why would you do that? My answer to that is, good question. I have no clue. Anyways, let's move on to how the prison actually works. Change number 1. So this is Peabody Vault, named after Player 2 and the co-op mode of Portal 2, because it's made with portals. And so the first change is if you break through this single layer of white concrete. There's this giant layer of crying obsidian in the middle. And no, here's where some people might have some misconceptions. Crying obsidian is not weaker than normal obsidian. It has the exact same blast resistance and strength. You just can't make portals out of it. Yeah, so this time instead of just leaving the portal as a floating box, I actually covered it. Because I'm not lazy. So the entrance to the prison is inspired by CSX42 and a video of his about the backrooms. So he just made a non-Euclidean maze with portals that loops around on itself, so it's really hard to get in. So I was inspired by that. So that's how you enter the prison now. So if you're in survival, let me just do that real quick. You would right-click this bed to set your spawn point, and then whoop, you drop into lava. After you put your stuff in the ender chest over there first. And now you see I've respawned in the maze. So this is where the second phase of my subterfuge comes in. The one big problem with all other inescapable prisons is that everyone knows exactly what's going on inside of them. I mean, of course, that's so viewers can fully understand what's going on, and that's cool, but if I were to build this on an actual SMP, there's no way I'd give everyone the blueprints to see any potential weaknesses. No. So the public knowledge would be that this maze is so complicated, only a guard who knows the correct path can solve it. So if you were to visit it, you would go in and the guard would lead you through. But that's a lie. Like, how stupid do you think I am? You can just easily solve a maze by walking along the left wall. No. Here's the problem. This isn't a maze. See, there's no end to this maze. I mean, there is, but it's blocked. You see? Do you notice anything different here? The lighting's different, and there's missing crying obsidian. What if I told you I get a water bucket? Why is my caps lock on? Ah, come on. And now. Ta-da! Secret hidden nether portal blocking the entrance to a water bubble elevator. So yeah, if a prison were to no, if a prisoner or a visitor were to try to come in, another guard would, before letting them in, come over here and turn off the portal before the guard guides them through. So if someone just tried to come through and uh, go in by themselves, they wouldn't be able to find the exit, no matter what. So that's phase one, the entrance. Alright, this is phase two, the cell. So, behind this 2x2 netherite piston door is the cell. This door can only be opened using this lever behind the guard area. That's why this 2x2 door is here. So this is the door to the guard area. I'll show you that later. So this lever, jump up, flick it, and there. So this cell is different for exactly two reasons. One, when you go in, you're greeted with this. Do you recognize this? This is a size changing machine. The prisoner, if they're going in the cell, will be instructed to go up through it exactly 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. So now I'm extremely small and, more importantly, slow. Also, I'm a glitchy mess because it's a mod. So yeah, so now you just fly over to the prison box, the portal box, I mean, and go in. Now, okay, the other difference is that portals are stupid. So you can you can actually place blocks on them where there are no blocks to place blocks on. Like, see, what the heck is this? So, like, I think this is a quarter of a block. Like, see, that's a half a block because it's intersected by a. Oh yeah, these are all half blocks because they're intersected by portals. What the heck is this? So, in the previous prison, I was able to um, make another portal inside the space the portal box provided, but this one is smaller, so you can't. There's not enough space. Um, also, um, remember how I talked about ender pearls earlier? Um, it, for some reason, when ender pearls are small, they don't get through the portal box. I don't understand why, but it works. Now, let's get out of here. And I'm out. Let me just... So, if there were a visitor coming in here, they just swim in and go in the box, say hi, hopefully rely on the person in creative mode to uh, kill them once they want it out. Um, they wouldn't have to bother with the size changing stuff, I don't think, because if they get Pearl out, that's not really a problem. It's just like the last prison. This one is entirely chorus fruit proof. Everything is covered in carpets and such. And oh no, there's a block of stone I missed. That's weird. All right, let me just get this. I think I'm out of that lag fest. Okay, so there's something special about these carpets here that's different from all of the others. Watch this. There's an observer there. You probably don't see anything different. But the one difference here is that's the lever to open the door. And now, see, when the carpet is broken, the observers uh, make sure that this bottom block is powered so uh, the, the nobody can get through. So you can't like build something in here without it being. So you can't build something in here without the door being closed. Now let's move on to the guard area. So just behind this 2x2 door, it's not very quick or good because I made all the redstone myself. Um, so that's the lever to open the door to the cell. So up here through this comically long hallway that I probably should have made shorter. Um, this is the main guard room, but we'll get to that after we deal with the security cameras. So one of the more secret features of this prison are the cameras. These are one wide portals that can be peeked through to any other part of the prison. Well, I mean, these four parts specifically, but they're really the only parts that you would ever care about. See, this is the front of the building. It's angled, it's large and angled down specifically so you can see what's going on. This is the entrance to the maze. This is the exit to the maze. And this is the entrance to the cell. See, we were just there. Now, these are designed so both. Now, they're only one-way portals, so if I were to go through here, see, you can't go back. There's no other portal here. So you can't tell where the portals are. You can't tell where the cameras might be watching you. And you can actually go through the cameras in a pinch if you're a guard. Now to the actual guard station. So here are the beds for all three of the guards. This barrel is for all the flint and steels you might need to light the portal downstairs so intruders can't get through it. Here are the quick armor equipping stations, and the Ender Pearl stasis chambers, and the new addition, and the clunkiest redstone you'll ever see, the X-ray machine. So you just take the pumpkin pie from here, flick this lever to push this block over your head, and right-click the barrel. Boom. You can see around the prison, look at all the whatever's going on in the portal over there. just right-click again to get out. Longest redstone ever, but it works. So that's all there is for this prison. I know there are probably some flaws I missed, so I'll be providing a world download so you can point them out in the comments. Um, one flaw I've already noticed you might be thinking of is, hey, if the prisoner knows where this portal is, where the fake and dead end is, can't they just place the water bucket themselves and get through here? Well, no, because this door, well, I mean, even if they did, this door right here is only can only be opened by the guards themselves. So, it's gonna be it for me. You know the drill. Just, um, leave a comment, like, whatever. I'm going to be planning to go back. I'm planning to go back to my Haunted Minecraft series with Herobrine, but I am working on a more traditional vanilla Minecraft prison for people in survival. So, um, subscribe if you want any of those things. Bye!